So I'm way behind on new arrivals. Do you think we can do a really quick one and just go through all this? Let's try it. No cuts, no mistakes. We'll start like this, and we'll start by picking from this box. Ghidorah 1/2-inch ratchet, older model, a dual pole. I haven't opened it, but I can tell it's a dual pole because it has that way and lock in the middle, and that usually means there are two alternating poles that both lock in the middle position. A bit of wear on the handle, but otherwise in good condition. I haven't opened it because the screws are pinned over, and I let that be instead because it doesn't need to be opened. It works. And we can continue on the ratchets. Another Ghidorah ratchet. This one a push-through model with a, I think, non-standard handle. I wonder if this has been replaced or if these were sold with this cheaper handle. Yeah, nothing special about it. A regular push-through round head. Decent condition. No real rust to speak of. Rust damage. Let's go with the last ratchet before we go on to pliers. This Baco round head. Haven't been used as a hammer too much, but it is a bit dirty. I will try to take it to the wire wheel later probably and see if it goes out, but the handle is, there is no damage on the handle and no damage on the head from being used as a hammer, so a nice one. I have several already, but you can always use more of these. A small 230 gram ADAS claw hammer Baco. This is a modern one, a Taiwan made probably. Just a little item. Let's continue with pliers. An orange, but still the hard handles of this type of Baco water pump pliers. So this is a, so to say, an in-between model before the modern handles, but after the switch to the orange colors. French made. These are a bit lower than decent condition, considering the teeth are heavily worn, but still a nice model to include in the collection. Another Baco plier. This side cutter or diagonal cutter with a black fat handles, so to say. Not in the best of condition, but I didn't have a black handle one, so I got it anyway. I'll try to search for better condition one now. And yeah, Nipex 74 series side cutter, diagonal cutter. A bit dirty, but decent condition. Very, very minor nick. And then we can go on to these probably. So these are Pressmaster. It's a dual size insulated connectors pliers, and these are not without issues. Sometimes the ratcheting mechanism locks up, and it's also missing the locking ring. It should be one of these. But yeah, I will try to find the locking ring and see if that makes them better, because everything seems to be there for the ratcheting mechanism. It's just that it's not working as it should. And these ones also probably press master because they're made in Sweden. And these ones work perfectly for uninsulated connectors. I need to clean these handles some more, but they're really dirty. I've gotten a bit of here, but it took a long time. More specialty pliers, Wirefox automatic stripping pliers, Phoenix contact, good condition, nice little find. And also these ELPs, that's Pressmaster made, and it's decent condition. The only issue, that's why these are in here, is that these plastic tabs that's supposed to keep the crimp in place is a bit bent. So I have placed these in here, tried to bend them back some, and it has worked, but I will keep it working for a bit more. Also Swedish made. Yeah, and I missed this ratchet. So this is an older type of angle ratchet. Really special design. That was I think came around in the 80s or something like that. Made by probably one company in Taiwan and then sold by many different brands over the world. This one is Kamasa, and it's very simple. It's a ratcheting mechanism, and this is just a direct drive to the head. So if we put it in between the modes, you can see it's just this. So if you use it as a ratchet, the handle spins also. So it's not a good design, but it's a nice fun curiosity. Snap blade knife. This one is NT cutter, Japanese. Nice metal design, and not all metal. There's some plastic parts, but much metal. And you push through there, and then you can extract the magazine, the storage of the blades, and they auto reload. So if I pull this one out, push it all the way to the edge, and pull back, it loads a new one from the storage. So that's neat, I think. And then a bunch of screwdrivers. Very worn Barco VDE. This Belzer with a screw holding function for slotted screws. It looks like to be insulated, but there's no insulation markings on it, so I'm not sure. Perhaps it's just designed for the holding function. USA made by Proto. Long screwdriver. Bad condition, but still a fun item. So lost much of the chrome, and the handle is really dirty. And that didn't go away easily. And then more screwdrivers. Sandvik. Slotted. Bit worn. So these are German made. Older Vera. Pips number 2. newer but still old Vera, German made, not perfect condition, puzzle drive number 1, but decent condition. And this Galo, Norwegian, little slotted screwdriver, excellent condition. And of course some stubbies, a Vera with the print still visible but some wear and paint marking, and a Galo, again more Norwegian screwdrivers, decent condition, and modern Baco Portugal file, and this 24mm 12-point Baco Swedish made socket, 3/4 inch drive. Oh. And that's just the E-clip that I put on that one, but it was the wrong size. And also the last thing from that box, Ghidorah 10mm hex socket. So that's one box, and how 10 minutes, so probably 30 minutes before we're done. 400mm Knipex Cobra, or Knipex Cobra. This one is the new model with the structured handles. The old other pair I have the old smooth handles, and they also have redone the top jaw on this one. It has a flat spot. I don't know why, but they must have some good reason. Let's continue with the Cobras. 180mm used one I got. Not the best condition, but I didn't have a 180mm, and so when I found this I thought why not. Got it for cheap with some other stuff I wanted. The Baco Handfast, their cheap series from the 60s, 70s. Swedish made, but from this stamped steel instead of real forged design. And with having this one, I have the full set. They have a needle nose, this one, and they have a water pump pliers, and they have a combination pliers and a diagonal cutter, and now I have them all. Continuing with pliers, Lindström, this spring-loaded water pump pliers. I think I already have a pair like this, but it's not my first duplicate then. Knipex Alligator in the dipped insulated style. Older, so West German made. Really dirty. These handles are after a lot of cleaning, and there's still much cleaning to do. The jaws are definitely not perfect anymore, so we'll see how much I will bother to restore them, but still a fun item. More water pump pliers. VBW with the S jaw, I thought it was called, but you can see it's not the normal kind of jaw design. Otherwise these are the same as the Stahlvillas that I already have, but with red handles, and VBW instead of, yeah, S-grip it says there, instead of the Stahlvilla markings. And another, and that one was spot new, as was the Knipex, the Cobra, the 400mm, perhaps I said that. Fujiya water pump pliers, the similar design to the Lindströms, with a spring-loaded teeth mechanism. These are the Kurokin Kurokin line with a black and gold design. Decent, but yeah, not a design I would choose over modern push button design. So, but a nice collection edition, as I usually say. More pliers, insulated Baco, more dip insulation. A bit of rust damage, but otherwise in decent condition. And another dipped Baco. This one is a needle nose, French made. Better condition on the handles, but some use. And more pliers. Another pair of Knipex side cutters, diagonal cutters. These ones are 70s, the previous one was 74, so I guess everybody watching me knows the difference, but you can see the difference in the design ID here, I think. Like slimmer head and such. These ones are in really good condition, though a little nick, but should be fully functional. And now we have one more pliers in this box. Baco 1518. These are heavy duty cutters, but they're missing the jaws. But I have a spare kit of jaws, and I also think you can still buy spare kits of jaws. So these are really nice. They can cut out up to 3.25 millimeter piano wire, so they can cut really hard stuff. Screwdrivers. These two Knipex insulated socket drivers. 12 and 14 millimeter, unfortunately, but still fun. The label is still there, but this one is damaged, and there's some discoloring that doesn't come out, but there is, what I found, no real damage to the insulation. More insulated tools. These Magier. Magier. German made 17 millimeter open wrench. Shame it was a 17 millimeter, but still, I think it's fun. Not nothing I will use, but a fun addition. And more insulated Knipex. This 19 millimeter T-handle driver. Fully insulated with, and I can see no damage or wear. Another, I don't ever need a 19 millimeter insulated T-handle, but fun addition. Bottle opener, Borecraft. It says Germany there, but it doesn't say made in Germany anywhere, so but another bottle opener for the collection. Viha Centrofix bit holder handle. I got these because of the videos by B-Zog, and they really are they're a really nice bit holder. It locks very hard down on the bit. So yeah, new. That one was new again, and the bottle opener was new also. Bought new. Another bought new item. This Stallvilla extension. I'm thinking of doing a wood handle for this one, like I did previously on a Ghidorah one. But we'll see if that's how it ends up, or it will just be put to use. But just a 6-inch 150mm extension. And the last bought new item from this box, or the last bought new item at all, yeah, this Beta Philips number 2 stubby for the collection. They have several styles of stubbies. I can't remember what this one is called, but it's one of them. And the first Beta stubby I have. Oh, there was one more new item, yeah. This ratcheting screwdriver, Onyx. This is the top switch model. There is a side switch model also. And it has a special double-ended bit, but it works with standard bits, although they sit a bit low. And now it's stuck. But fortunately, I have tons of tools here. And then a big bunch of stubbies. Assorted with paint markings. Vera might be reground, but I'm not sure, but it looks like that. It might just be storage damaged. Older German made. OK, a Swedish gas station store, or gas station chain, I guess you say. Philips number 2. And Wittekind, so a Witte, older slotted. Another OK, this one I think a bit newer. Or not, perhaps older, actually not sure. Philips number 1. This one is marked Luna, but also Vera lit, so it's probably Vera made. Luna is a tool manufacturer that has some rebrands among them. And another Luna, only marked import. And a blue translucent handle and a large slotted style. A Kamasa, older Japanese, bit is colored with black top and rust damage. I have a couple of these already and some in better condition. And ASEA, I think some sort of screw holding function, slotted screw. I haven't really worked it out yet, or if there is something to work out and such, but this one is interesting because it has a manufacturer, KB, so it's probably Swedish made. KB is a plastic manufacturer from Sweden that's no longer around. I have only ran into it on old tools. Another Yankee screwdriver. This one is an English made, so not that old, but it came with a bit. And it works. A bit worn, but works. And this one isn't bought new, but it is as new. Perfect condition. Pistol grip Barco ratcheting screwdriver with the integrated bit storage and all the original, no, missing one original bit only. But no damage to the handle and just some storage wear on the selector. And that was that box. And then we only have one more box. More ratchets. This Irimo, Spanish made, 1/2 inch ratchet, round head. Was locked up when I got it, but and very rusty, but cleaned up nicely. Some damage to the handle, unfortunately, but still a nice ratchet for I got for cheap. And a Baco round head, 3/8, so that's actually a more unusual size for Sweden. So I was really happy to find this one for a good price, and with no handle damage. Again, these handles are often damaged. Let's go on with the pliers in this box. Handtools, side cutter, good condition jaws. This is an import tool, but still fun addition. And Berg, Swedish made 9-inch combination pliers, and the 8-inch ones are common, but these 9-inch ones are a bit more rare, so I picked these up, even though they did cost a bit. Not perfect condition, but decent condition on the jaws, and no real cutter damage, and that's often the parts that's most damaged. And no damage to the screwdriver end of the handle. So overall decent condition, especially for being 72 years old. Adjustable wrench, marked number 81, and Schleiper, a Karl Schleiper, I think this is for Karl. Remscheid, Germany. Looks like a Baco copy, and that's probably mainly why I picked it up. I'm not sure if the roller is original, because there's quite a bit of slack and there's no indication it should have a spring, but I'm not sure. More pliers. Elora, German-made water pump pliers, 250mm. Just something for the collection, as usual, with the water pump pliers. And another water pump pliers, Lindström, with a bit of an odd model. Unfortunately, some grinding damage and such, but I didn't have this model, so that was fun find. Even more pliers. These Knipex 72s. So these are the flush cutter pliers, and you can see I have filed out some cutter damage. These are just for plastic, and if you use them on metal wire, you get nicks in this cutting surface, and that has to be removed. They're not perfectly sharpened, but they cut again decently. Got them used, and was a bit disappointed to see the damage, but I could manage it. Just a pair of the 8-inch Berg combination pliers. These have been welded on and such, so far from great condition, but came with some other stuff that I got. And Berg blasting pliers, I think, so you can cut and crimp fuses or blasting cable. I don't know what it's called in English, but for explosives anyway. Good condition. Shame about the rust damage to the shiny parts, and this doesn't appear to have a year stamp, or is it just me who doesn't see it? No. Interesting. But it's the model logo, so they're not too old. One more pair of stripping, automatic stripper. This one is German made, so I think it's oh, I can't remember the name right now, but yeah, those that make this style of cheap but good stripping pliers. Let's get the hammers out of the way. The logo is nearly worn off, but this is the Thor Eskilstuna made with 3 crowns, so it has been in Swedish military use. Don't know if it's special for something with this special design head, or if it's just a smaller type of regular claw hammer. I mainly got it because it was interesting and in good condition. And this also Thor number 6, so quite a big cross pin. Not in great condition and needs to be rehandled and such, but the bigger sizes are always fun. Some wrenches. Reedco, German made, large imperial size wrench. Good condition, just a fun thing I grabbed. Barco, double open end, 19 and 17 millimeter, Argentina made, so fairly recent, but still good condition, so I got it. Something a bit more rare over here, Duochrome, USA made, double open end 11/16 in both with 45 and 90 degrees heads, very thin opening, and I can't remember what this style of wrench is called right now. It's like an ignition wrench but bigger. Belzer, 22 millimeter, really short combination wrench, but fun design. Unfortunately, a bit of grinding and a bit of chrome damage, but yeah, I liked it. Hasset, older 600, 12 millimeter one, and the Stavile tappet or ventil, 14 millimeter, and also marked in inches, 9/16. Really sad about the rust damage on this one. It's a cool wrench, but yeah. This ratcheting screwdriver, if you watch My Mechanic restore one of these, you know what they are. I don't know the age of this one or anything like that, but the design is really fun with the open ratcheting. You can see that it's just this tooth that works on a spring, and you can extend this and get lots more power. And the handles, it doesn't spin freely, but it spins slightly, so you can hold the handle still and ratchet screwdriver. Welter cord, patented, and that's not the only markings. There is some markings here also on the shaft, but they're a bit hard to read. I think this says chrome vanadium and some sort of logo. Can you even see that? No, I don't think you can. You might be able to see that there's a logo at least. Screwdrivers, more American tools. Apex, USA made, bit driver, strong spring, but the bit goes in and it stays there. That seems to be my problem now. You can see the retention spring that obviously still has all the power left in it. Another okay So this one matches with that one, and there's also another one of those. This one I think is newer. You can see it has a slightly different gray, and there's no Germany marking on this one. So I wonder if this is the same manufacturer or they took the pattern and made it elsewhere. And this one is interesting because you can see the manufacturer. Merkur, Germany. So that answers who made these, or at least these two screwdrivers for OK. Okay. So it was a nice find. Another stubby. Athlete, Germany. Good condition, a bit of rust damage, but the plastic is mostly good. One of these in a stubby version, the Hold Easy US made screwdrivers with this holding function. These are quite common to find. They're not that good screwdrivers, what I think, but it's a stubby. Or this one is definitely on the larger side of stubby, but I think it still qualifies as a stubby. And just a Vealit 10mm socket driver, older style, and Dovidat 5mm socket driver, German made also. And then some sockets, 10mm Baco 12 point, Swedish made. Vera Philips number 4, a bit worn, but Hasset 8mm single piece hex socket. And lastly a Zeram 7/8, German made. I don't know anything about this brand, and that's why I got this socket. And I think the knurling is interesting. You can see it bulges, so it must have been a bit more expensive to do this kind of knurling instead of a cheaper flat knurling that like most handles the sockets have. So that also grabbed my attention. Fun little socket. And now we're done. 37 minutes. Thanks for watching.